How did you learn? Did you take lessons, or did you
No,
have other people helping you?
no, I pretty much played with people who never knew how to golf, of the same level as myself.
Yeah.
And
Tips that they would give.
and so usually I would play maybe 3 to 5 times a year. Up until last year, that was as much as I played.
Mm-hmm.
So
How about yourself, Linda?
Not a lot the last 10 years while I've had the kids, but in college and high school I played a lot. And the same kind of thing. All those tips from friends that weren't that great at golfers.
So now that we've had the real swing method lessons, how do you feel about your game?
well, I think the way I learned in the past was just watching other people, and I never really had any lessons or anybody who really taught me the game at all. So I was a chronic slicer, and the more I tried to correct it, the worse it got. And I learned how to play that way because I would set up about 45 degrees to the target sometimes. But so I learned how to play and score decent, but never could hit the ball straight really for 10, 12 years. And what was interesting is after, and really you get to a point where you think you're not going to be able to play this game, like maybe it's just not for you. And I got to a point where, I remember one time I lined up, aiming for the creek on the left, and there was water on the right, and I still hit the water on the right. It curved out so far. That's finally when I said I got to see a doctor about this. And so I decided to take the, a friend of mine who told me about real swing golf. And what was amazing was after one lesson, I was hitting straight shots and, learned about a lot of the misconceptions, and it was pretty incredible really after one shot. And it was exciting for me because I thought I could learn this game, and this game could be fun.
It's great. I hadn't golfed for 10 years. I remember enjoying golf in high school and college, and then when I came back to it a few years ago, I just thought, oh man, maybe this isn't for me also. And I thought, and then Vince mentioned that he was going to take these lessons. I thought, well, I'll take them too. And it's great. It was so easy to understand. That's what I loved about it. You'd get together with friends and they'd say, okay, your shoulders need to be lined up, and it needs to be parallel with this angle and that angle. But the lessons really taught me that it's very simple and easy, and very easy to understand. And it brought the enjoyment back into the game.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, this is great.
Well, one thing I would say is, just after watching the Golf Channel and just trying to pick up any tips I could, there were some good tips. I learned how to maybe hold the club properly and different things, but really trying to work on those little tips you get on TV really started to make my game even worse than it was before, because I started to think about it. And I think the greatest thing after the one lesson was I realized this is simple. This is something I don't have to, I can always go back even to the first lesson that I had. And that's a good frame of reference to at least get my game going. Really, after one lesson, I knew what to do.
Yeah.
And I knew how to fix my game.
And it's as easy as 6 words, right? Freely, fluidly, fast,
Exactly.
relax, rhythm, reflection.
Yeah, exactly. It's just relaxing, losing the tension, not worrying about anything about your swing other than just swinging the club fluidly, freely, and fast. And I don't know, I was very excited after the first lesson. Just realizing that the game could be fun, and it didn't have to be a real huge mental thing. You go out there and just let loose and play a lot better and have fun.
Well, you don't want to think a lot. When you have a chance to go golfing on a beautiful day, you don't want to have to think about all the complicated things. It was very easy. That's what I loved about it. It's easy and uncomplicated. And you notice improvement right away.
Even during that first lesson, that was the first time I hit a straight long shot. My irons went, and I was hitting 20 to 30 yards further really after the very first lesson. And that's not everything, but I was probably under hitting most of my clubs. They weren't going as far as they should have been with a 7-iron and a 9-iron, just because of my slice and the way I was hitting the ball. But I remember that first time that it just rocketed off that club head face and just went straight. It was just, I was hooked.
And that kept coming back for more.
And now I want to play more.